Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Friday. Woo-hoo. We made it to the weekend, baby. We got so much going down. We got hoops everywhere. We got to talk about Draymond Green and the beatdown that Minnesota put on him. Also, the comments after the game about he's tired of being perceived as an angry black man.
But he is.
Uh-oh, your mic's not hot because Darian's sleeping on the job.
But
I was actually letting them get ready, John. I was paying attention.
Actually, you know what? I know you were. I'm sorry. I do throw Darian under the bus sometimes as a joke.
My man got my back,
My man's
man.
a producing machine.
Yeah,
Machine.
That's my guy.
I know.
I can throw him the lob. He coming to get it like LeBron.
Hey, speaking of lobs, let me go ahead and throw both of you guys
no
one.
more like Sean Kemp.
Hey, either way.
John, speaking of lobs, let me throw both of you guys one. Don't forget to say Happy Mother's Day before you start anything.
Absolutely. You know what? That's another assist right there by Darian Newsom.
Absolutely.
Ladies, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope all your family, your friends, your loved ones can be there. Women make the world go round, and thank God for women, or none of us would be here. And also, every man knows out there, without a woman, we'd all be lost.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get myself dressed in the morning.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it to work.
Especially when Chad's in Miami.
Oh, Lord. You know, she came back from Miami and she's like, I can never leave you. Like, why? I was like, I'm a child. Like, how many parents are leaving their kids for a week?
I was just laughing at that about her, too. We were talking about you. We were like, I said, the fun part about it, Chaz, is that I think it was that Thursday. He just jumped in the car with me. He didn't even tell me he was riding with me. He just jumped in.
I didn't need to be driving. That's the one thing I do know. I learned that lesson very, very difficult. I was trying to do the right thing one day. I always know you don't drive. You never drink and drive. Don't do that. It's like the stupidest thing in the history of the world.
Yeah.
You can hurt somebody else, get a Dewey, ruin your life.
I like that, get a Dewey.
Henry Ruggs, bad, bad things can happen. There's no reason
Leonard
to do
Little.
it. Like Leonard, there's just like
Dante
no reason,
Stallworth.
especially with Uber and
What's
all
with
this
SEC
stuff.
dudes in
Georgia,
DUI?
buddy,
Yeah,
now.
What's with SEC football guys in DUI? It's not to be funny, but serious. It's not a good biz. You got to do better.
You know what it is? I think, and I think it's a Southern thing. I mean, realistically, they down here in the South, we got like buses and easy transportation and train. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not as easy when you're in a big city, when you're spread out, running through some country roads, doing a little fishing. I think it's different. And
I can tell John had to read in the bus in Memphis. Nobody in Memphis says public transportation is good here, John.
Oh, I didn't say no. I said a real city.
Oh, real city. Okay.
Bro, that 55.
Our public transportation sucks, dude.
55 on Poplar is the only one that is somewhat consistent, and it's still inconsistent. Like when you try to connect, like on something, why you guys sit for an hour and a half for a damn connection?
I mean, I'm a Haven guy. I used to be with the 43, and I'm a Haven guy that went to Central High School, so I understand about the 43 going into downtown. And I never rode the bus to school, just for the record. I just had homies that did, and I know what's up with it, but I did ride it downtown later on in life. So I understand it. I don't even ride the 43 no more. I don't even know what number it is no more.
We'll say it's better, though. Our bus system probably safer than damn subway in New York.
I would think so.
Darius could question it.
Working at Channel 5, I've seen some stuff on the bus,
I've been on them
y'all.
buses, bro. I ain't never seen anybody light up a rock and then attack somebody.
In the past 4 months, there's been a gunshot on a Matter bus.
You know what? That's just one, though.
That's one.
That's all it takes.
That's one.
No, I'm just saying it's one. I have to feel like New York, how many millions,
It's
man?
like a normal thing in New York, huh?
You know what? I ain't from New York. And sadly, I've never ever been to New York City, and I'm talking about like I know it. That's terrible about me.
You've never gone to New York?
I've been to New York, not New York, New York. Like, I've been to the state.
Okay.
But I also, like, again, this was so long ago, I barely remember. But yeah, I've never been to New York City, so I don't know. You?
It ain't like you've been hanging out in Queens or nothing like that.
No, man.
I'm like you. I've been through it, through the state. That was just pretty much coming through from Canada. Niagara Falls.
You went up there to get them Beasters from Canada back in the day?
Went up there to get some Fresca. Remember the soft drink Fresca?
No.
Yeah,
yes.
You wouldn't.
But what? I don't drink soft drinks.
That's why I said.
Did it have alcohol in it?
No, it didn't. But it's Canadian, so it's probably close. They'll spike you a little bit up there.
Well, we got no Canadian teams in the NBA right now.
No, we don't. Well, one of the Canadian teams, they moved to Memphis.
That's right.
30 years ago, actually.
And we have to talk about T.I. We got Myron Jenkins at 12 o'clock. We're going to we're going to go in depth with some serious hoops.
Oh, we got some stuff today because what we're going to talk about today with that is, what was the note that he pretty much sent me? It's pretty much just the culture of playoff basketball.
They play bad defense in the playoffs. Is bad. It's beautiful.
Well, even that, when people talking about, the difference in playoff basketball and regular season, I'm looking at it just from a number standpoint. The main thing that I'm seeing that's different is just a few less possessions.
No, the scoring is so down compared to the regular season.
That's coming from
and by the way,
possessions.
also shooting percentages are way down,
That's
especially from behind the arc.
That's coming from, actually, not really. Behind the arc?
Numbers that I saw the other day.
The numbers that I saw last night. I'm looking at what's
Oh,
left.
you talking about one game?
No, I'm talking about the entire playoffs, especially among the teams that's left. Just on a league average, they're still shooting around 36, 35,
Cleveland's
36%.
so far under their pace.
Yeah.
The Celtics are so underneath their pace.
They're under, but they're not. Well, it's pretty. Their normal pace is like
the Thunder can't
95.
shoot the three that well unless it's Murray.
Right.
The Thunder, they just eviscerate you.
It slows down.
It does. I mean, it's different.
It just slows down. It goes away from the gunning that you get through the 82 games. It slows down. Remember, I always talk about that game plan goes from a sheet to a trapper keeper. That's where we at now. We got the full ledger of notes to how to stop guys and how we want to play guys.
And that's why I think Indiana's been successful. They were successful last year. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. It looks right now, they got a big game tonight, of course, in Madison Square Garden, because when you play the Celtics, if you go up 3-0, there is no team in the history of the NBA ever, not even once, never, ever, has come back from an 0-3 deficit.
Well, what we're looking at today with Myron Jenkins is going to be pace and space, analytics, IQ, and toughness.
I also have to ask him, does he think that the Pacers do so well? Because out of all the teams that are in the playoffs that are left, I don't think any team, period, plays team basketball like the Pacers do. And what I mean by the aspect is, this is never one team who's standing around waiting for Spidey Man, waiting for a superstar to go out there and get it. Tyrese Halliburton is running offense. It's Miles Turner.
Fluid motion through offense.
It is Nimhart. It is
action.
Naismith. Yeah. It is Spicy P. I hate that nickname. Pascal Siakam.
I'm not calling no grown man Spicy anything.
Hell, T.J. McConnell comes in there and annoys the hell out of you. It's like they just play a team game that every single person on the court better defend their dude, because if he gets open, they're going to take the shot.
You play it for,
and they also run you into the ground.
You play it for Rick Carlisle, so they're going to share the basketball.
They share nobody has more assists than any Pacers throughout the playoffs.
See what I'm saying? So they're going to share the basketball. They're going to check up on defense too.
Well, they're better at defense than they were in the regular season. This is not a great defensitive team.
Well, you know why though?
Well, because they just try to outscore you in the regular season.
Well, I mean, and then also look at the point in time.
Oh, I didn't even mention. Did I mention my boy Miles Turner, who I love?
Yeah, I heard you mention Miles.
God, I love Miles Turner.
Last couple of days, I listened to him.
Damn it, man. Every time I watch the Indiana Pacers, man, everything he does, from the blocking the shots to grabbing rebounds to hitting open threes to just being a damn dog, I like him.
He's a classic big man of today.
Yeah, he can do it all.
You know why? Because
but the thing is there's too many big men who spend too much time on the three. There's too many big men who either spend too much time in the paint. There's nothing Miles Turner can't do. He is not the master of anything, but damn it, he can do it all.
That's a classic big man.
That's what I like.
Yeah. I agree.
John loves
I
him.
love
some.
him, damn
He
it.
loves him
I
some.
see him and I keep thinking to myself, what he would look like in Memphis if we
Yeah,
had
he
this
would
cat.
look awesome next to LeBron and Luka.
Shoot, shut
I
your
mean,
mouth.
awesome in LA. I mean, you sit that big man at the 5. I mean, now we're flexible. We can shoot from the. Oh, you're talking about the Grizzlies, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
JJ ain't got
And when he
play
came out of
about
Texas,
40
by the
minutes
way,
then.
10 years ago, I didn't think Miles Turner was going to turn into this. I mean, it's been a decade since this man's been in the NBA, and I don't think he's ever really got the credit he's deserved. And I'm not sitting there saying he's a superstar, but you talk about one quality damn big, please.
Especially for the way the game is played today.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he's not stationary, just subjected just
And he
to the
hits his
block
freaking
only.
free throws.
He makes his free throws. He rebounds. He defends. He'll get you 3-4 blocks, just on any given.
And I mean, and damn, like just I pulled it up real quick just to make sure I wasn't correct. I mean, during the postseason, he's averaging 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging a steal, 2.6 blocks, 1.5 assists, 6.2 rebounds. He's shooting 83.9% from the free throw line, 37.5% from the 3-point line, and 50.6% from the field goal. Like playing 32.7 minutes a game.
What we call
That is doing everything.
What we call that at 94 Feet of Life is a balanced breakfast.
That is a balanced breakfast. Balanced breakfast consists of waking up in the morning, drinking your cucumber and lemon water, big old glass of it with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, smoking on a little reefer, doing a little yoga, and then drinking your coffee. That's my balanced breakfast. What do you think?
Hey, sign me up.
Yep. It works. It works.
Just saying.
And what's working for Indiana is that they do everything. Now, Tyrese Halliburton, remember just a few weeks ago, they said, I think it was Kendrick Perkins who said that Jaren Jackson Jr., most overrated player in the NBA.
I don't pay Perk no attention.
Oh,
He didn't say Halliburton. He said Jaren Jackson Jr.
And then he said Halliburton also in I think it was like a week before, is not, he didn't say he was the most overrated person. He said he's not a superstar.
Okay.
I'm going to say he ain't a superstar, one, because he's in Indiana. Two, because he's not like what we call a superstar in the aspect that you better score a hell of a lot of points and take over a basketball game if you want to. But when you see that missed free throw, grab the rebound, let everybody in the whole building know you ain't giving it up. You break dude's ankles and you put it in his eye. I don't know, man. That's some superstar playing right there. And the other thing that he does, nobody in the world does as well as him. He bags more women than even Leo DiCaprio.
AKA tripod?
Bro, human tripod.
Human tripod.
Human tripod.
I don't come up with these things. I don't.
I mean, damn, when you got 50 Cent out there going, bro, you came to my show as my guest and left with my girls. You a pimp.
You're a pimp.
And you know he's a human tripod.
You know what he is though for that Pacers team.
I know what he is.
He's the new Reggie Miller.
No, he ain't a
You know
show.
why? You know why? Because he's also going to antagonize you the entire time. He gonna talk plenty of noise.
Reggie talk better.
He ain't smooth as Reggie.
No, he's not as smooth.
He's not as smooth as Reggie.
But the temperament is still
I
the
get it.
same.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's still the same in the sense that I got Big
ain't
Shot.
afraid of it.
I got this from I got Big Shot Ron. He made the comparison to Reggie Miller, and he was like, the Pacers are like that private school team that nobody likes, but they not no punks. Aaron Naismith's not a punk. Ben Matherin's not a punk dude. Miles Turner, he's not, Obi Toppin.
I didn't think Nembhard would ever play this good. And like, Lord have mercy, he's got some serious cojones.
T.J. McConnell, as well as Peyton Pritchard, they're like those two dudes that went to school for 4 years, and it seemed like they were there forever. Yeah, they just studied basketball and they lived at the facility, and now they're doing what they do, and it's like this is what they bring, and they playing for a great head coach, Rick Carlisle, who knows the game, been around the block,
been around for a while, man.
Yeah, done a lot.
He's a champion.
Yeah.
Not been around. He's a champion. That's what people forget.
Yeah, he's done a lot of winning. You know what I'm saying? He got one of the most impressive final wins and playoff runs of our lifetime, at least anyway, with that 2011 Dallas team. So just looking at that.
The one that beat LeBron.
Yes.
The one that put it in his eye.
The one who understood how to break that whole thing down with LeBron. Now,
it was the first year, though.
How they broke it down.
I don't want to hear about it.
Well, what they did to him was a first. What they did, because all they did was pretty much play zone and send him to his left. Get the ball out of his hands. He was making the right play, but you can't run that on LeBron no more. He gonna shred that. But neither here or there. Going back to the Pacers, it's just like, hey, then what they got going up against them deficit-wise, you got a wounded Cleveland team.
Well, the interesting thing is, of course, the law firm of Mobley.
Yeah.
I am
Hunter?
Garland. That's what I was
There you
trying.
go.
I wanted. You know what I wanted to say?
Halliburton?
Turner again. I had freaking Miles Turner. Remember when I said it yesterday? I'm going, why am I looking at Turner when I know he plays for the Pacers? Why?
Yeah, we gave those hurt guys a name. They're the law offices of Mobley, Hunter, and Garland.
Garland.
Gotta
And
get
by
him
the
back
way,
on
though,
court.
good news, though, possibly. I don't know if it's good news because you don't know if they're going to play, but they were at shoot-around this morning. All three of them were at shoot-around.
They probably played it, yeah.
I mean, dude, your life's on the line.
I figured.
You go down 0-3 again, nobody.
I thought Evan would have played the other night, though, just with the ankle, but I guess they just wanted to, extra precaution. But I feel like Darius has been trying to get back for a minute. But it's just,
Dude, that toe, bro.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
It's turf
game.
toe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And you see what it does to football players.
Well, we saw,
running backs.
I mean, we saw just if you ask Prime to see his foot.
Well, he's only got third of it left.
You see what I'm saying?
How many toes gone now?
2.
Yeah.
Damn,
On
bro.
Prime, yeah, on Prime too.
Can I tell you something? That's just crazy to me. Like your feet and your speed were your gift. Damn it, he's slowly losing it.
And he was able to do that in 3 sports because he was a track guy, too.
Yeah, but he was a badass baseball player, football player like nobody's business.
Found the time to make, 5 or 6 kids too, right?
Yeah.
Man, I got to say, that's impressive. Only 5? If I had that money, I'd be on Nick Cannon's level.
Oh, man.
Y'all be calling me Nick Musk.
The kids would
I'd
be,
be half
kids would
Elon,
be in here
half
with
Nick
us. Kids would
Cannon.
be in there with y'all, just playing with the microphone. This is my daddy
That's
stuff.
your baby's kids.
It's my
Them
daddy
Johnnies.
Asking you why you're here. Why you here today? Just asking all kind of John's kids questions. Like, what?
Oh,
This is where we centered around Littleton.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Littleton, I saw some funny stuff the other day about little people, and it was just hilarious. We'll get into it later during some wood. But one other thing, again, we've been talking about a lot about the Pacers because, again, they're playing team basketball, and the cojones that they showed after starting the game the other night, they were down 17 after the first quarter, if I remember correctly. Was it not? Like, they only scored 15 points in the first. Darren, give me a look up because, again, I've been lettucing it for a while. My
Say
point
game
is,
1, right?
Game 1, like, there's no way Cleveland loses that game, you think, especially right there after that first quarter. You're like, dude, they came out, dropped 32 all over their face, only scored 15, down 17 at the end of the first quarter. If you took the Cavs and you laid the 10, you know what you were feeling? Good.
You're talking about game 2 where they had...
Yeah, I'm talking about game 2.
The 15-point...
When they scored 70 points in the second half, game 2.
Well, yeah, then they had a 35-point second quarter as well.
Yeah, yes. But they still were down 11
Yeah, they were down,
at the half.
Right, they were down 11.
And 17 after the first quarter.
Even with a minimal...
And then they were down 14 going into the fourth quarter.
Even with a reduction of possessions
Dude, I
in the
can't
playoffs.
remember what I did, like, where my keys are. How do I remember things like that and I can never find anything?
They don't matter. You just take the gift and run, John.
Like, actually just kind of, like, confuses the hell out of me. I lose things so fast.
But even in a reduction of possessions, 15, 20-point leads ain't nothing in the playoffs still because you still can get walked down.
Well, when you
very
got Boston,
fast.
who goes 1 for, what was it? Was it 17?
And you know my
over the
annoyance-
final 8-27.
You know my annoyance with them? I know y'all saying that they should, and y'all right, it's excessive. They taking shots they normally make.
Well, dude, let me just tell you something. I don't give a damn. They've missed 75 through 2 games. And
I
if you keep
know.
shooting it and you know you ain't got it, Jason Tatum
I know.
has not. Jaylen Brown
Here's the
had 20
problem, though.
points going into the fourth quarter, didn't score a point in the fourth quarter.
Here's the problem, though, John.
Jason Tatum had 4 points.
Here's the problem, though, John. I rewatched it as well. They're getting in the lane and they're taking mid-range shots and they're missing those too.
Well, they're also complaining too much because every time they get, quote, fouled, what would be a regular season foul, the ref, like, they do not call it in the playoffs the way they call it in the regular season.
Byron Jenkins is going to tell us exactly.
And the damn Celtics need to stop whining.
He's going to tell us exactly why.
Because we like full-grown ass men.
It's not even about the whining or none of that. It's just the fact of where their deficit is when they're shooting these threes and why it's becoming like a rock fight in the mud. I'll say it right now. They don't have the personnel to win the offensive rebound battle. One of the reasons why they don't have that right now is because of Karl Anthony Towns is on the floor.
He ain't scoring, but he's grabbing boards like it's going out of style.
Mitchell Robinson as well, taking up their space. One player in particular in Game 2, under a minute to play, Jaylen Brown has Jalen Brunson on his hip.
Mr. Clutch.
On the 15 foot at the foul line, he shot a mid-range jumper over the top of Jaylen Brown, as opposed to taking him down, bagging him down, or just driving. Derek White comes in, crashes for the rebound. He misses the stick back.
Misses the late. It was a bunny, too. Went too strong right there.
They're not just missing threes, y'all. They're missing shots.
Everything. Yeah, dude,
they are missing shots. And that's where it's like, They not playing as far as their shot selection. They're not playing any different than what they normally play. And it's kind of hard to say to people who've won 60 in back-to-back years and they got a championship out of it to just abandon what they do, because if they go into what they don't do, now they're really
but here's
in
what
trouble.
I have to ask you. Joe Mazzulla has got to come to a point, and I agree with you, that, look, in the first game we scored 17 points in the fourth. No, wait. 15 was it 15 points in the first game and 16 points in the second game in the fourth?
I got you.
But it was I think they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter in the two games combined. So figure it out.
16 in game 1. And
17 in game 2.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say is you have got to say in the fourth quarter, we cannot just continue to settle when nothing's going on. Jason Tatum took if you remember it, and I'm going all the way back to game 1 in the fourth quarter, the game was all knotted up. Tatum has the ball. He has an opportunity to take it to the rack on a fast break. Steady pulls up from the 3, bricks it. They get a long rebound. They kick it right back out to Tatum. He could have taken that jump right to the lane and gone up there and got a 2. Bricked it again.
Nah, it's psychological.
They go down and score. The very next possession I'm talking about 35 seconds. He comes down and pulls up and barely gets iron on another 3. And nobody else touches the basketball. That's not playing winning basketball down the stretch in clutch time.
And it's psychological at that point, too, because he's trying to get one to see
the ball go through the hole, yeah.
But you're pressing. And now when you're starting to press, it's affecting not just you, it's affecting
the team.
So I'm 100% with y'all. It's just like, I'm just not pointing at their threes. I'm like, they're not making shots, period.
I mean, they shot 35% from the field as a whole in game 1, and I don't think it was much better in game 2. I know they shot
36 in game 2.
35 and 36.
They shot 43s in game 2.
And they shot 17%.
And they shot 54 2-point attempts in game 2. And they 36% overall, 25 from 3.
And they still lost 2 games by only 4 points combined.
And
one win in overtime.
The frustrating part about it?
Damn, it's late. I got to take a break. You know what we're going to do? We got Mo Schefter on the other side.
Oh, yeah, Mo knows.
Oh, buddy, I got to stay on target because we got people coming out the frame. We got Mo. We got Myron. We got Brasky. We got T-Money. We got a lot coming down the pipe, so I would not touch that dial. We're back in 2 shakes on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Happy Mother's Day from Goulds. Give the gift of relaxation. Give the gift of style. Give the gift of Goulds this Mother's Day with a Goulds gift card. Now through May 11th, purchase a $150 gift card in-store and receive a travel kit valued at $47 while supplies last. Goulds is always the right size and fit for professional salon services, spa services, and the best selection of exclusive hair and skincare products in Memphis. Pick up a gift card for mom at any Goulds location. Goulds Salon Spa, turning hands since 1932.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life,
like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame. And if they are, then you severely overestimate how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster and an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, owner insurers, not available in States.
You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? Worry no more. With Chef IQ Sense, it's possible to get it right every time. How? It's a modern, completely wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking your food, no matter how you cook it. Chef IQ Sense was designed to withstand extreme heat and can even survive in your deep fryer. From grilling to roasting or baking, Chef IQ Sense guarantees that your chicken, meat, or fish will come out exactly to your preferred outcome. Using Chef IQ Sense is so simple. Insert the wireless probe into your food, choose your desired doneness on the Chef IQ app, and it'll alert you when it's ready. Stay connected and monitor your food from anywhere over Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So stop the confusion, eliminate the risk, and serve every meal with confidence. Chef IQ Sense works out of the box and with your favorite appliances. You can find the IQ Sense at chefiq.com and save 15% at checkout with code USA. That's chefiq.com.
Uncorn flavor, Corky's barbecue. Cooking it up, down home way. Hickory smoke flavor like a good old day.
Hey, y'all, Jimmy Stone over here with Corky's Barbecue. Catering is our specialty. Millions of trusted cookies to cater their events for 40 years. Because we make it easy to eat and delicious for your guests. Whether it's 50 people or a crowd of thousands, our experienced team comes to your location, sets up, serves, and ensures everyone enjoys a Corky's all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet starting at only $7.99 per person. You can't beat it. With 40 years of experience, it's easy to see why customers choose Corky's time and time again for all of their catering needs. Visit Corky'sBBQ.com to place your next order.
Uncorn flavor, Corky's barbecue.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. As Darian called me Johnny
Johnny
Money.
De Niro.
Johnny Money.
Yeah, John De
Yo,
Niro.
Diddy calls me Johnny Money too. I got so many damn Johnny names.
I think I kind of like Johnny De Niro. It's a good alias.
I like that too.
I kind of like that one.
I do like that one,
Just
man.
John De Niro.
Darian coming up with it. By the way, if you need a little money in your pocket, a little jingle, a little dinero, sell your crib. I got it sold, guaranteed to close in 5 days. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house. You can thank me later. Buy me a little Tito's. Take me out and get me a little something, eat a Los Cabos. I don't know. But I just sold your house. You're welcome. Any house, any area, as is. It's as simple as that. If you're about to be foreclosed on, don't you do that. 901-406-1101. If you just inherited a piece of property and you're like, damn, bro, I live in Puerto Rico. I can't be coming up here to Memphis. I'm on the beach. 901-406-1101. Take that cash back to the beach, and guess what you're going to have when you got money on the beach? You're going to have ladies. 901-406-1101. Any house, any area, as is. It really is as simple as that. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Darian?
Yo.
Can you do me a favor and bring
I already
in my
got you.
homie,
I got you.
Mo Schefter? What it do, Mo?
What's up? It's a beautiful Friday.
It is a beautiful Friday. Yay! We got all kinds of stuff. We got NBA out in the world going down. But, Mo, we always talk a little football, don't we?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Man,
I'm ready.
man. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
How in the world can the Tennessee Titans fourth round pick, the number one pick in their fourth round, because they had three of them, Kamir Dyke? How can you name your son Come here, Dyke? Come here, Dyke. That is so rude.
Hey, man. You know, that's almost as bad as Mike Hunt, you know?
No, I agree with you. That one's terrible. We did a couple funny things like with this the other day, because when I figured out how to finally say his name, and I was like, "Did you say Come here, Dyke?" Yeah, Come here, Dyke. All right. Yeah, I won't forget that one.
I went back to the Beavis and Butthead.
Seymour
era for
Butts?
that. Yeah, with all those and Ben Dover and.
Oh, I know we on national radio because I could give you about 10, 15 names that are just horrible.
Wait. Thank you so much, Mo Schefter.
Hey, Jay, I'll text you off here. I got about 15 that come to mind immediately.
I love this. When we take this to the podcast, we'll bust all these out. But this is something I wanted to ask you, is because the other day I was talking about this, and I got a couple people who were side-eyeing me and like texting me and telling me I've been smoking rocks. And I'm like, bro, I don't. I never have. I don't do it. I just really don't. I promise. I might be an idiot, but hey, I'm a lettuce guy. I'm a Tito's guy.
Right.
I like edibles. I'm simple. But in the NFC, I feel like if you're in the NFC, there are probably 12 to 13 teams that have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. When I look over in the East, you know the Eagles and the Commanders are the real deal. They have an opportunity. If you're a Bears fan, you're bringing over Ben Johnson. You had a good draft. You got, Caleb Williams in his second year. You've improved your roster. The Detroit Lions, they've been the best team in the basically NFC until they get into the postseason. Green Bay Packers on the up and up, drafted a wide receiver. Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy era is going to make it. They made the playoffs last year. In the NFC South, Atlanta, you got Raheem Morris, who finally went out there and grabbed 2 first-round defensive players who I think are going to help the Falcons out mightily. The Buccaneers made it last year. And then in the West, the Rams are legit Super Bowl contenders. Seattle feels good about themselves, and Arizona's getting improved. I'm kind of wondering, when you look at all that, is the NFC the most wide open it's been in a long time?
Yes, 100% it is. Because, number one, really, for the NFC for a long time, really ever, has never had a gatekeeper like we talk about. Like with the AFC, you had Brady there for all those years, with Manning, and then Patrick Mahomes comes right after. So in the AFC, you kind of got a gatekeeper. So when you evaluate the AFC, it's not about who's good. It's about who can beat KC. That's just the reality, In the NFC, it's really about you just evaluate the teams based on their talent and based on how they can match up with anybody else in that conference. Because in the NFL, in my humble opinion, reaching that game in February is an accomplishment in itself. That's just my opinion. Because it's one game in February and it could go either way. So even if you don't win it, it doesn't necessarily mean that whatever. So in the NFC, you got at least 7 teams that could be considered favorites, just favorites. And then we could get into that debate. And then, like you said, you got about 5 to 6 other teams that you look at them and you're like, okay, they've made some improvements. They're gonna be healthier. Like, we just can't dismiss the Cowboys.
No,
you know what I mean. We can't.
Oh,
they got a good roster.
I didn't even mention them. They grabbed George Pickens. If him and CeeDee Lamb, and if Dak Prescott can play like he did the year that he probably should have won the MVP over Lamar Jackson. I love chiding people with that one because his stats were so good. But literally, Dak's highest paid. He's got his bag. He's much maligned because he doesn't get it done in the postseason. But let's not be real. Let's not kid ourselves. You get CeeDee Lamb, you get Pickens to chill out and play football. That could be pretty nasty.
I totally agree. And I also think the Packers, just real quick before I move on to the Pickens trade, I think the Packers are also going to be there and going to be much better this year. And as far as the George Pickens trade, for the Cowboys, it makes a lot of sense what they did. Because you gave up a 3rd-round pick, which really how the Steelers didn't get a 2nd-round pick, if you want to get into that later, we can. but you get a third round pick for basically a rent player as somebody who could significantly boost your offense. He's going to expand the defense. He's going to open up things underneath for CD Lamb. He's going to give Dak more options. I mean, this guy has led the league in yards per catch for the last 2 seasons. That's not nothing, you know. And if he does go after this year, if you only rent him for 1 year, well, you're going to get that third round pick back based on the new compensatory picks formula. So for the Cowboys, it's almost a no-risk, high-reward trade, and you got to get him a lot of credit for it.
Yeah, I give them a hell of a lot of credit, but also when I look at Pittsburgh, who got rid of Pickens, I look at them and I think to myself, bro, are they like trying to be the worst team in the NFL so they can have a high draft pick? Because, man, you talk about making the playoffs every single year. You know, let's go 9-8, let's go 10-7, let's, you know, right there, and then be right when we get to the playoffs. I mean, they haven't won a game in the playoffs since, what, 2016?
Yep.
So, like, that, like, it almost feels like they're like, yo, we need a reset. They got Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson. Now, I know there's the rumors about Aaron Rodgers, but hell, dude, if you bring in Aaron Rodgers, the only wide receiver that's really great is DK Metcalf. No disrespect to Calvin Austin III or Robert Woods, whose best days are behind him. Like, it's just not a team that I think is going to be great. You look at their, you know, their draft picks from this year, you know, grab Jack Sawyer and edge rusher and things. They're always going to have a great defense. They grabbed that little running back, but it's not like they did anything other than pick up Will Howard. It was all defensive oriented. They don't have a lot of weapons. I almost feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers are like, bro, we got Joe Burrow up in this bad boy. We got Lamar Jackson. We need to get a real quarterback in here, and maybe he's in next year's draft.
So here's the thing. I don't disagree with your perspective because I think a lot of people in Pittsburgh sort of have this, like, anxiousness.
Oh, my buddy is a Steelers fan, and he's flipping out.
Oh, my God. I'm in Pittsburgh, so you have no idea. I hear it everywhere I go. Like, people are not happy with Mike Tomlin, and rightfully so. The criticism of Mike Tomlin right now in no way diminishes his greatness as a head coach.
No.
But it's a what have you done now, what have you done for me lately league, as they say. And so if they're sort of tanking, which I don't think tanking is a thing, but if they're sort of trying to put themselves in a position for a higher draft pick next year, I get it. But the problem with that is, how long are you going to have Cam Hayward? How much longer is TJ Watt going to be okay with not competing for a title? So
I don't think there's a legitimate tank by the coaching staff, Mike Tomlin. This guy's going to go out there and win. I'm talking about from the front office. Like, right. What you are surrounding and giving Mike Tomlin is not a roster that is going to compete in the AFC.
Because if you look at all the teams in the NFL, especially the good ones, it's, you know, training camp is right around the corner. So, or OTAs at least, I mean, and minicamp. Most teams, you could tell what their vision is, whether they agree with it or not, whether it's a 2020 vision or they as blind as Stevie Wonder, even though we don't know if Stevie Wonder is actually blind or not.
I know, I'm with you on that one. I'm one of the guys who don't believe that he's blind. I've watched too many things, bro.
Bro, I think it's 50-50, you know. I think, you know, he's legally blind maybe, but, you know, like Jameis Winston was out there, but I think Stevie got a little vision to him. We're getting off track.
I just got that.
So the Steelers, they don't have a plan. Like, you look at their rivals, the Bengals, okay, at least they have a plan, whether you agree with it. Like,
they're going to outscore you.
Right. And then they went and drafted 4 defensive players in the draft. So, okay, you see what their plan is. What is the Steelers' plan? I truly don't know. You got a bunch of receivers out there. You got a bunch of you really do have 3 quarterback options if you want to compete. And Rodgers is one. Kirk Cousins is another one if he's available. And I know people are going to laugh, but I'm being serious when I say this. You got Carson Wentz still out there who can still, in my humble opinion, play in the National Football League.
I think he would be better than Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm not a big Carson Wentz supporter. He was awesome when he was in Philadelphia that one year until he hurt his knee, and then Nick Foles, and the rest is history, of course. But my goodness, like at this point with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I looked at last year, somebody was, one of the NFL Network people were like, if you look at his stats realistically, he didn't do anything until the fourth quarter when you're down by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and you got to throw the ball, and they're playing prevent defense. He has not been good.
No. No, I mean Aaron Rodgers is always good. Aaron Rodgers, and this is one thing that's always been a huge agitation of mine. He knows how to make his stats look good.
Mm-hmm.
He is so good at it. But by whether it's not taking risks, whether it's not pushing the ball in the end zone in tight windows so that there's not an interception, he is good at making his stats look good. And if you watch those Jets games, like you said, those first 3 quarters, it was one of the most frustrating, abysmal offenses to look at.
Ever seen.
There was no flow. There was no rhythm. There was no purpose. And that starts with the quarterback. This ain't Whit Levis here. This is Aaron Rodgers. With Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson, bro. Like, you put 15 other quarterbacks in that Jets offense, and I could promise you, I know you got some gamblers coming on later in the show, I could promise you, I would bet on it, that they would play better than how Aaron Rodgers performed last year with the Jets.
I agree 100%. But, you know, the big question around Aaron Rodgers right now, which I think is hilarious, and I've already been hit at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line because life's too short for ordinary jewelry. 901-360-8255. Let me know anything, people. Let me know. 901-360-8255. Sissy's Log Cabin text or listener line. He had a wedding ring on at the Kentucky Derby. Now he doesn't have a wedding ring. And everybody's wondering, is Aaron Rodgers married and already divorced? Or did he get married? Or what's up with Aaron Rodgers and his love life? Because if we ain't talking ayahuasca, we talking about who he's with.
Hey, Dan Hans can attest to him. Me and Aaron Rodgers have that same problem, but I will neither confirm nor deny on national radio.
Well, let's go do some ayahuasca, brah, in the jungle. I'm down. I know a shaman. Tracy Shaman.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Again, like, whether he's married or not, whether it's like, none of that changes for me as to whether or not he should be playing football. And I don't remember who the coach that was that said this, but if a guy is already talking about retirement, it's sort of tough to bring him in. But I think for the Steelers, despite all my criticism of Aaron Rodgers, it is worth it. If you want to compete in the AFC, if you want to give your fans a competitive season and some hope, whether it be false hope or not, you got to go out and get him. Because even if you do get him, there's Johnny, Allen Robinson, Jamison Crowder, Tyler Boyd, Amari Cooper, DJ Chark, Keenan Allen. Like, these are all guys that are just sitting on the couch right now.
Damn,
so you can still improve your football team because Robert Woods is not going to give you 50, 60, 70 snaps anymore.
No.
But you got to get somebody else.
Man.
What are they going to do? I really, again, my issue with the Steelers is I just don't know what their plan is. I don't know what their vision is for the upcoming season.
Well, I also need to know what you think because AFC East, Buffalo has been the class. You know, the Dolphins have been trying to do things. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, do you remember Mike McDaniel just a couple of years ago was the hottest, coolest, most wonderful coach in the history of the world, and right now he's on the hot seat. You have the Tua head injury like that he's constantly dealing with, the roster right now, the fact they can't win in cold weather. What in the world is going on down in Miami?
Listen, first of all, I lived near South Beach in Miami for about a year and a half.
Dude, I know you had fun, son. Did you ever go to the SNL Club?
No, I did not.
You know what I didn't know? No, SLS Club. I didn't know that SLS was swingers lifestyle. So me and Chas go up into this club, and it's bottle like you have to when you walk in there. You don't buy a drink, like you go in there, and it says when you're walking in, "Hot chicks for free." If you ain't a hot chick, $100. I ain't a hot chick. It was $100 for me to get in, but you get to pick out a bottle. Like you get like a bottle of Tito's, which of course I got. They had Casamigos. They had different, alcohol, and you take a whole bottle. I'm like, damn, man, they know how to throw down. You go in. And there's like beds and canopies. There's like 4 pools. There's like half naked people everywhere. There's a dude walking around with blunts on a tray, shots everywhere. I'm like, I am in my place.
You in your element.
I'm in my element.
Yes,
and they were the most friendly people. And I'm like, God, these people are so friendly. It took me like 2 hours to figure out, oh, damn.
He friendly for a reason.
This is a swingers club. I looked at my girl and I was like, when in Rome. And she's like, take your ass up out of here. I was like, no, baby, we in Rome. We in Rome. Let's go.
Oh my God.
So yeah, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go Bill Cosby on her one night, drug her, and go to the SNL Look Club. Oh damn! Did I say that?
Hey, if you're down there again, you should also check out Trapeze. I had a couple customers that were Trapeze members. That it's on the west side of Broward County. That was also an experience because you pull up and you don't know what exactly it is, like you said. But all I know is I saw Lamborghinis and Rolls Royce and Ferraris, and that's all that's out there. I'm like, what is this place? And someone explained it to me, and I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. But
I'm ready.
Enough of that.
Oh yeah, back to my. I'm sorry, we were talking football. You got me over here like scrolling, like searching.
Yeah, it's Trapeze. It's on the west side of Broward County. I could send you the address. It's probably saved in my Google recent visits. Anyways, yeah. But listen, Miami can change you. You know, and Mike McDaniel, when he first got there, he looked like your 9 to 5 CPA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he over there looking like Miami Vice. He's on, and I know when he's in them press conferences, you could just look at his eyes. There is something in his system. Okay, we are not dumb over here. There is something in his system in those press conferences. Just look at his eyes, bro. You know, and the way he answers questions. Anyways,
I know. I'm with you.
I forgot what the question was, bro.
Like, what's going on with the whole thing, the roster, the feel? Like, I'm confused with what Miami's right now trying to do. I mean, there's even rumors that they were even trying to get like Aaron Rodgers and like bring in quarterbacks and stuff. Like, I mean, they drafted Quinn Ewers and like you're hearing all this. I mean, like the things that are coming out of Miami to me are just kind of freaking me out. I mean, I think the roster is poor, and they're talking about Mike McDaniels. If he don't win this year, then he's going to be out. Well, let me just tell you something. I don't think you're going to win this year with that roster.
No, I really don't. And then you look, they're talking about getting rid of Jalen Ramsey. They're not going to have Tyreek Hill. Bradley Chubb, who's phenomenal, just hasn't quite worked out for them, and that's not his fault. And then Tua, unfortunately, like with
you got to use him right. Like, you know, the defensive scheme is not built. Like,
terrible.
It's terrible.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They can't keep coaches. They're having a hard time keeping players. I think Miami is sort of in that football purgatory, which is a horrible place to be because you can't go up and you can't go down. And so they're going to be picking somewhere in a spot where they're just, and then not to mention, they're not drafting well. You look at the last couple of years, what they've been drafting, they are just not drafting well. So they're not drafting well. They're overpaying guys who aren't working out, who are salary cap liabilities. And then you got a quarterback who is honestly, like, no joke, one hit away from retirement.
No joke. Like, I thought he was going to be done last year, bro.
I do, personally, Johnny, I do not want to see Tua play football again. I'm not going to tell him he shouldn't. He's
I don't spend another man's money, and I don't tell another man what to do.
Facts.
But I do feel you because it would be devastating to watch him get another one like he got last year. And then, 10 years later, we're looking. Remember when Earl Campbell, when I saw him the first time in a wheelchair? Like, that messed my head up. Like, man couldn't even walk. So I don't want to see him out there talking like Jim McMahon.
Ooh.
I mean, McMahon right now is just like, it's hard. I can't even talk to Jim. Oh, my Lord, I'm late for break. Mo, quick timeout. We're back in 2 shakes, people. If you can't tell, I could talk with Mo all damn day.
It's infectious, man. That's my problem.
We can tell.
Put him on hold. We're back in 2 shakes. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. More Mo on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. I have been told that my ads are all business and I should share some of my personality. Okay, I love tongue twisters, like the one about the terrific tasting toast by Taste Tester Toaster, or Big Black Bugs, Bleed Blue Blood, and of course Sally and her seashells. Or of course the ever-present I'm a Mother Pheasant Plucker, I plug Mother Pheasants. Okay, enough of that. If you want an honest, fair, reasonable roofing, siding, or gutter estimate, call Fiveash Roofing at 367-0050. That's exactly what you'll get. No empty promises, no high-pressure sales tactics, and no fast-talking salesman trying to convince you that today and only today is the best day for you to get a new roof. For the record, the best day to get a new roof is when you're ready for one. 5 Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5 Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Something amazing is happening. Despite a citywide blackout, this company is still open. That's because CDW deployed and managed a cost-effective Eaton Trip Light Series Smart Pro UPS to safeguard equipment easily and reliably. Keep the power on and protect your IT equipment from electrical challenges. Trip Light by Eaton and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/triplight.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame. And if they are, then you severely overestimate how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster and an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of insurance not available in the States.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts and boots. Frontier is your top Carhartt store in the Mid-South. There's thousands of in-stock shirts and jeans. They have the classic K87 pocket tee in every color they make, including new ones just released. Available small to 4X. Want new jeans? Frontier has you covered with super tough work in them by Carhartt. And you've got to check out their selection of Ariat jeans for men, women, and children. You'll love how easy it is to find the size and style you need. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled world-famous boot showroom? It continues to expand. New styles by Ariat just arrived, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, trust that Frontier's the place to come. See thousands of pairs of Ariat boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and others. And Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Mo Schefter in the house. Mo and me could talk football all day long, drink Tito's every second that we're talking, and make sure that the day ended on a big old spliff. Actually, I don't know, man. Mo, I don't know. He don't smoke, does he?
Yeah, he's a 420 guy.
Oh, you 420? That's good. I even like you better. I would have liked you even if you didn't, because I ain't going to lie to you, Mo. Not that I would date you, but I don't date girls that smoke my stash. Like I learned a long time ago, there's nothing that will piss you off more than coming home after work and all your grass is gone.
You ever heard the Isley brothers, Ron Isley said, you're all I need?
Yup.
She smoked up all my weed. Just replace
it. I like that. I like it.
She smoked up all my weed.
But I will tell you right now, I feel like Jordan Hudson is knee deep in some Tito's right now because I just saw, and it happened 3 hours ago. Thanks for y'all keeping me abreast of the breaking news today. Did you hear that Bill Belichick's girl just got banned from North Carolina?
So I heard it. But UNC came out and disputed that report and said that she is welcome on campus and in our facilities.
Well, that's why I shouldn't have brought it up.
Bro. That's why I got the last name Schefter. You know, I keep up with the latest.
She's more welcome on campus than Rashad McCants.
See, I hear it was my thing. Yeah, that is the truth. Or right now, hey, man, Caleb Love never doesn't need to walk up that damn campus
He's
either.
more welcome on campus than Rashad McCants, too.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
That is true.
You know, Johnny, again, I'm just a humble man with an opinion. You know, let the man live his life.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
basically.
Just let the man live his life. If in 30 years, you know, God willing, you show up to the studio and you got a 25-year-old in your arm, I'm going to be like, God bless.
Dap
Johnny.
me up, bro.
You know?
That doesn't mean I'm tapping you in. I'm just dapping you up, okay?
Hey, man, you crazy.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. But
That's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
that is so funny. Now, one other thing that I had to get to, of course, is we were talking a little Dolphins action. We've been talking a little this and that. This year over the West, every single year, you know what? It's 7 AFC championship games, 5 Super Bowls, 3 of them they won. Kansas City. The West has been all about Kansas City. Has anybody, like Denver's has been improving under Sean Payton, and Bo Nix has taken that step. Las Vegas brings in a hell of running back. You know what Pete Carroll can do. They bring in a Geno Smith. You got Brock Bowers. They re-signed Mason Crosby. The Chargers improve their running back situation. You know what freaking Jim Harbaugh does. They're supposedly getting better. Is there any chance that somebody can topple the Kings in Kansas City over in the AFC West?
Well, that's a great question. Number one, let's put the Raiders aside, okay? Because we know they're going to be competitive under Pete Carroll.
Just not now.
No, not now. They still got a ways to go.
Denver's got the best secondary probably in football now.
So you in my mind right now, Johnny. The Broncos are the first team I want to talk about real quick. To me, the Broncos, I only have 2 questions, okay? And they both center around Bo Nix. Because, like you said, they got the best secondary in the league. And since we've been talking about women, look, I got a couple of ex-girlfriends that I keep in touch with, Johnny. And every time we get, I see them here and there, and it's a beneficial meeting. But we know it didn't work out long-term the first time for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean when we meet again, we can't,
have a good time.
Yeah. Say all that to say, there is no reason Justin Simmons, who's on the couch, shouldn't be back with the Denver Broncos right now. You could sign him for 1 year. You could sign him for 3 years. He's not going to be high towards the cap. Just make that secondary even better. The defense from the front 7, solid. Offensive line, they got it figured out. My only question is center around Bo Nix. Bo Nix, to me, is fantastic. I think there's a couple things he needs to do better, all right? Number one, when he scrambles to throw, he's got to do a much better job at resetting his feet and firing. I think he has had a lot of balls that either sailed on him or guys that were open, and he was just too afraid to throw it because he's not good at scrambling out the pocket, resetting, and firing. So he's got to get better at that. He's got to get a lot more confident and patient when it comes to throwing at the sticks on third and medium situations. He's either too quick or he's afraid to throw it when the timing is just right. So he's got to get a little better at that. And then when he scrambles, sometimes when a quarterback scrambles, on the next day, the national media is like, oh, well, he ran for so-and-so many yards. He can only do so much. When a quarterback scrambles, that means one thing. The play breaks down. The play broke down. So because the play broke down, the defensive coverage broke down. So 9 times out of 10, you are going to have a check down available to you. And I think Bo's got to get a little better with taking those check downs so he could avoid taking unnecessary hits. Like if you give me an option, my quarterback to scramble for 15 yards and get popped by a linebacker, or to dump it off to a running back and he gets 8, 9, 10 yards, I'm taking the dump off every single time. So I think he's got to get a little better at the simple things, learning how to reset, learning how to make the simple plays, and also understanding that when it comes to sticks, it's a very small, tight window, and you got to fire it on time. I think he's got to get a little better at that. My second question now, I wholeheartedly believe a young quarterback, a developing quarterback's best friend is a running back. It's not a 6'5" wide receiver. It is a running back who not only knows how to run the ball, but he's good in pass protection, and he's very good at learning to sneak out of the backfield, catch a little dump off, and get some easy yards. That is a young, developing quarterback's best friend, in my opinion. Javonte Williams is now with the Cowboys, okay? I understand Javonte Williams is not Ezekiel Elliott in his prime, Todd Gurley in his prime, you name him in his prime. I understand all that. But Javonte Williams excelled, Johnny, at pass protection. He excelled at pass protection. There was a play last year where he was ready to sacrifice his body to Khalil Mack, of all people. So
Yep.
That is an element that is going to be greatly, greatly missed.
Yeah,
for
I
a
don't know
young
if
quarterback.
Jaleel McLaughlin or R.J. Harvey or who else they have back there running. Like, they don't have anybody. Oh, my goodness.
Stien or something. I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, Audric Estime.
Yeah,
Don't they have him?
Audrey. Yep, him.
Damn, Mo, we could talk all day. I'm late again. Everybody,
You
do
good,
me a
baby. I'll
favor.
talk about the Chargers next week.
We'll do it next week. Same time, same bad place. He's Bruce Wayne by day, Batman by night. Follow him at BatmanMo7891. That is his PIN number if you do jack his wallet. That's at BatmanMo7891. Mo, thank you so much for your time. Check him out at Views from the 22. What's coming down the pipe?
We are going live next Friday, and we are going to be doing a food draft. Dan will give you the details. We did a chocolate bar draft last year. We're doing a food draft this year.
Damn, I love food.
You're going to be on the show with us on that. You too, Darren. Y'all
Come
come
on
through
with
for
it.
that one.
Yeah, we'll promote it next. I'll give you more details next Friday for sure.
All right, man. We'll be talking with Mo next week. Thanks for your time. Be easy, homie.
Yes, sir. Right back at you, baby.
That's
You should
my
get some
buddy.
food from the owner's box.
Damn, bro. Let me just tell you something. The food at the owner's box is ridiculous. It's not just my favorite sports bar. It's over at, right off of Highway 70 in Lakeland's Town Square. The food is so good. So good. But, usually, like, you think of a sports bar, just cold beer, TVs, a bunch of, like, grungy men. No, dude. Fine honeys. Fine food. Fine wine. 24 beers on tap. And they got a full bar. And they stocked, locked, and loaded with Tito's. When I like to go to a bar, I like to go to a bar that's straight up pimping. Biggest TV I've ever seen outside of like the IMAX. That TV in the owner's box is lit. It's ridiculous. Plus, it's that time of year to hit the patio. They got a beautiful patio. When you're thinking about having a good time with some friends and watching some sports, the owner's box is the only spot I can think of right there off of Highway 70 in Lakeland's Town Square. Myron Jenkins on the other side. Don't you dare touch that dial.
Spring is in the air, and it's the perfect time to grill, chill, and save with Choates. Install a new generator, tankless water heater, or Carrier HVAC system, and you'll get your choice of a free green egg grill or 36 months no-interest financing. Stay powered during storms, enjoy endless hot water, and slash your cooling costs this summer with a high-efficiency Carrier system, and grill some slow-smoke barbecue on us. But hurry, this special ends soon. And if you're dealing with plumbing or electrical problems, Choates is here for you too. Give us a try and take $60 off your repair. Leaky faucet, clogged drain, broken outlet, lights flickering? Call Choates and save $60 on your plumbing or electrical repair service. Call 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com today. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director of Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
So this month, we, of course, celebrate the World Championship of Barbecue.
Yes, at Tiger Lane.
And if you're on a barbecue team, we wish you the very best.
I do not like where this is going.
We wish you the very best at being second.
Oh, this is bear poking.
Because the best barbecue in Memphis is, and has been for a long time, to be found at Central Barbecue.
Barbecue contestants take this very seriously.
Central Barbecue takes barbecue more seriously than anyone.
These are not people you want to make mad.
I don't want to make them mad. I just want them to be prepared to be outdone by Central Barbecue.
And I want everyone to know that I did not write this.
And it's really not even fair.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to the retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake. Also stores in Cleveland, Mississippi and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
So you need to sell your house? I have a solution.
WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
I was one of those things, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, man. It's Friday. Always brought to you by the best. That's Tito's Handmade Vodka. You know what else is the best? Eating at Los Cabos. I love Mexican food. Like, it's ridiculous, to be honest with you.
Can you take Mom there for Mother's Day? I think so. Mom deserves tequila, right?
Dude, Mom deserves premium shots of tequila all day long, all day strong for only $5.50 at Los Cabos. Plus, the cool thing is, you can take everybody and their grandmother Los Cabos to their lunch specials from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock because it's $7 to $11 for their lunch specials. We're talking about tacos, enchiladas. We got fajitas, taco salads, that chili relleno. Like, I like that one. What is it? Chicken pacucha or something?
I'm a El Toro Loco guy.
What's El Toro Loco?
That's the fajita that comes with the rib and all of that good stuff. A
El
big
Toro
old grill
Loco. I
pepper.
feel like I've drank an El Toro Loco.
You probably have. That's some cheap liquor.
No, that's Loco Chico.
No, El Toro Loco is cheap liquor, too.
Oh, it is cheap liquor, too? Okay, I probably have drinking
But
that,
that's
too.
one of the name of their fajitas at Los Cabos.
I love that. I didn't even know. Man, look at this guy. He eats more than I do.
All purpose.
I'm straight up simple, man. I do the speedy or I do the pacucha. I'm probably saying it terribly wrong. But it's delicious.
John doesn't know how to say adios either.
Adios,
we found that out
amigos.
Monday.
I couldn't figure out how to say goodbye on the air in another language.
What you say, peaceful?
No, I said la biblioteca because it's the only Spanish word I can think of. Like, take y'all ass to the library and read, fool. Speaking of that, universities, we talked about the Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson stuff. Now, I do have to tell you, I did a little bit of research, reached out to my Stony MacGyvers out there who are out there in the world trying to figure things out, fix things, save people. They said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7 like LeBron. Sources have confirmed that, yes, North Carolina has come out and said that they did not ban her. Because what is North Carolina supposed to say? But they wanted to keep this under the wraps. But, like, she ain't supposed to be in no more athletic facilities, period. That's what, like, hey, man, there's a lot of conflicting reports. Let me just tell you something. Who thought hiring Bill Belichick would turn into a circus?
That's a good question.
Like, it's like the other thing. I had, like, that's Deep Thoughts by John Harden. There's another one, man. Do you know that gay people rely on straight people to create more gay people? So next time I see one of you out there, I would like you to buy me a drink. You're welcome.
I have to give a courtesy for that. That is not just, that is shout out to Matt. Matt, we love you up here, man. Got to get John off the hook on that one, man.
I was reading a text that the Sissy's Law Cabin text and listener line because life is too short for ordinary jewelry.
That's a strong.
It's a great text. It's a strong text, man. Chew on that, John. Yeah. Chew on that, Lord. Never thought about that, did you? Without our heteros, there'd be none of y'all's, man.
Hey.
Without hetero, no homo. That's a new shirt for us. Yeah. Without hetero, no homo. It's like the MLGW shirt you got on. Yeah. Man, let me get your wallet.
Get that wallet, G.
That's why your parlay didn't hit.
That's why the parlay. Mine didn't hit last night either.
All right, before y'all get to Myron Jenkins, MLGW, J.D. Power put out a ranking, so to speak, or a survey, customer satisfaction survey for mid-sized cities. Did you know MLGW is last in the South?
I can believe it.
Customer service.
Well, we are first in the gas, so go ahead and hang your banner.
Shout out to the cutoff notice.
Shout out to the cutoff notice.
And the extensions.
Keep it under, what, $200 and they can't do nothing to you, right?
To you.
Myron Jenkins is in the house. Myron, man, where are you hailing from today?
Oh, no, I'm still from Park Forest. I'm still here, but what type of party did I walk into? Johnny Radio giving life advice and giving quotes and sayings. I got a quote for you there, Johnny Radio.
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? Take the space out of the IRS and it's theirs.
Take the space out of the IRS.
And it's theirs.
Oh. I also thought, do you know who wins the lottery every single time somebody wins the lottery?
Who?
The IRS, the government. Think
Yes.
about it. 50% of that junk goes to them every single time.
Absolutely.
Law, they hit the lottery every day. No wonder they legalized the lottery. We get half every time.
That's like that day you told me that the bookie down in the state of Mississippi is also the banker.
Yeah, dude.
That's kind of loud.
That was not for radio. Jeez. I don't know anybody in Mississippi. I've never been there.
Just the idea of it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to talking a little NBA. My man Myron Jenkins, who's forgotten more basketball than most of you ever will know.
I promise you, yeah.
And he's got a little knowledge he wants to drop of you. Him and the historian are about to cut it up because they've already talked about it. Bring it, boys.
You want to start with the overrated?
Yeah, let's start with it. Why not?
Let's go with it. Break them down.
All right, so everybody's all up in arms to say, how can an NBA player rate Tyrese Halliburton overrated?
I brought this up earlier.
Understand where that comes from. So here's the thing about Tyrese Halliburton. He's 6'8", incredibly talented team player. But if you was to put him in like a king of the hill one-on-one situation, he probably wouldn't look that well. And I believe the reason why he got voted overrated because a lot of guards feel like if it was a one-on-one situation, they can check him. Now, here's the part where they dropped the ball. Tyrese Halliburton is not going to find out because he's going to just wait for the 1-5 pick and roll. Your big has to switch, and he's going to cook him.
That's the truth.
He's just going to play a small
But we do play 5-on-5.
And the game is 5-on-5.
Exactly, we do.
We do. That's where you, by the way, I don't know if you know, we ain't getting paid playing one-on-one.
And
exactly.
I'm going to throw in something else, too. Part of why he's listed as overrated is because he's light-skinned and he talk a lot.
No, it's because no. It's because everybody's jealous that he's known as the human tripod and he bags more women than Leo DiCaprio and freaking Charlie Sheen combined.
And when you light-skinned and you talk a lot of noise, that can kind of come with that too, John. I know I'm light-skinned.
You know what? In the preseason, he did give me Wolf of Wall Street vibes.
Yeah.
Like it was snowing in Indiana in October, and it was wild.
Because Santa Claus flew over Indiana and dropped off some packages. We call them Pablo Santa. Now, speaking of like the Pacers, I wanted to ask you this because you're talking about Tyrese Halliburton. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Right now, they're 2-0, which is wild over the Cavs, even though they haven't had the law firm of Garland, Mobley, and Hunter. They, like they still winning games. They still making the comebacks. They up 2-0. If you go up 3-0, it's OV because nobody's come back from 3-0. Are they successful in the postseason because they do not stand around looking for somebody to cook in the fourth quarter? It's who's open. It's how they play it. I mean, you got Miles Turner's hitting shot, not Nimhart's doing stuff, Naismith. Like, it's always somebody different. And then the other night, when Halliburton got that damn ball off the rebound and him just stepped back, cut that guy's throat out and put it right in the hole, that was just cold-blooded. I like this team. I like Rick Carlisle. I don't know, man. I'm pretty damn impressed with them.
Yeah, they are achieving exactly what they're supposed to achieve, mainly because they stuck with their guns in the regular season. Most people in the regular season, they allow certain things to happen, and then in the playoffs, they think they have to change it up. Okay, now let's do an 8-man rotation. Okay, now let's put the ball in this guy's hands more, or let's post this guy more. No, Indiana was like, no, what you see is what you get. You have to see this in the regular season, you go have to see this in the postseason. OKC is another team that's like that as well. So as you notice, all of these teams that are playing 11, 12, 13 deep, it's a problem because you get the freshest version of them at all times. The problem with Cleveland is they're injured, as you just mentioned. And, with Darius Garland, he actually wasn't supposed to play in that first round, but his heart got in front of his head, and he got out there and re-injured it to the point where it's worse. So I know people thinking, well, it's just a toe. I want you to chop off your big toe and see how you can function in life.
And by the way, let's not forget, man, those running backs in the National Football Leagues are edge rushers. Like, you get turf toe, and that makes freaking some scary, bad, mean men turn into basically mortal.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh yeah, a turf toe will make a man feel like he is about to induce labor.
Dude, I stubbed my toe the other day, and I couldn't even play pickleball.
Hey, don't sleep on your toes, man. Like, I know y'all. Hey, look, don't sleep on your toes. You know, just don't sleep on your toes. For those of y'all who don't have any toes, y'all lactose intolerant. That's okay. Don't sleep on them though. You need them.
Don't do it. By the way, you mentioned the Thunder.
Yeah.
Another team that realistically doesn't do it like LA, didn't do it like anybody else. They literally got more draft picks and more freaking. I mean, they got Gallinari. They got Shea, and they got a first round pick for like what was it, 6 straight?
They got some eighth graders that's going to be in the first round.
Yeah, they still got them coming. And like that Paul George and Oklahoma City trade looked like the craziest, worst trade in history in hindsight, of course, because it is 2020. But they so young that they were younger than Auburn. Like the Thunder are going to be a problem, and they're going to be a problem for a long damn time.
Absolutely. Well, what happened was in the NBA, when you have these large city markets in which the agenda is pushed to the large city markets, you force the mid-major markets or the mid-city markets to have to do drastic things to be able to be successful. So what Presti did, which is genius looking at it now, he pretty much said, I'm not going to be able to keep a superstar here. I'm going to lose him to the large market. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to double and triple my failures by getting as many picks as I possibly can. So if we can't afford this guy, or if he doesn't want to be here anymore, I got 3 or 4 picks for the next 4 or 5 years to be able to circumvent that. Now, if you do stay, I can use those picks for trade value and trade bait to bring you what you need so we can win the title. So it's a best of both worlds situation. When in doubt, collect assets.
Best of both worlds for me. I don't know if you know this. Ginger, Marianne, and Chrissy or Suzanne Summers. That is my wheelhouse. That's when I die. That's where I'm going. It's going to be me, Ginger, Marianne, and freaking Chrissy from Three's Company.
I saw a story on Ginger recently, too. She's like tutoring the youth in reading up in New York, and she's out of the spotlight. She don't want to be known as Ginger no more. So.
Oh, don't worry about it, dog. In heaven, she will be Ginger. At least mine.
Why are we talking about the Thunder in general?
Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Yeah,
happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
We love y'all.
Why are we talking about the Thunder just in general? We spoke about the Civil War that happens in playoff basketball. Let's break down this Civil War of pace and space versus the IQ and toughness and what it has to give. We can start with the Thunder because they pretty much play a very methodical style. They stick to what they do, and they've only lost 1 game thus far in these playoffs. Yeah. You know, so 68-win season, and here we are, youngest team in the league.
They dropped 149 points on the Nuggets, and they could have scored 180 if they wanted to. Like, they took the throat off the gas. 87 points in the first freaking half. Like, damn, yo.
Well, the thing about the Oklahoma City Thunder is they remind me a lot of the 2015 Golden State Warriors in the sense that they're hybrid.
Yeah.
They could beat you both ways.
Dude, indica and sativa all in one.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity, right?
Yep.
A bad chick and a bag of weed, right?
Oh, yeah.
but no, they could beat you with if you want to play. Okay, let's let our best player cook you, and you limit possessions. They got Gilchrist Alexander and Jalen Williams that's ready to do that. If you want to pace the space and run and gun, we got shooters everywhere. So they're built to where if you want to turn this game into a hoop game, or if you want to turn this game into a chess match, they can do both. And basically what the chess match is, pretty much what analytics has done is they pretty much said, nobody's in the paint. What we're going to do is we are going to shoot as many threes as possible, as quickly as possible, and rely on our athletes to go get the offensive rebound if we miss. But if we make it, that's an extra point as opposed to shooting a mid-range shot.
And
that's what the analytics doing. That's what Boston is doing, but they're missing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it was people kept thinking that Boston won a title because they shot a lot of threes. No, Boston won a title because they got the rebound off of their missed threes. So you lose nothing.
The other thing about Oklahoma City is I got to say, give them the credit because one thing that they're doing that Boston's not, they're getting to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Boston's not shooting jack-ish from the free throw line.
And some will say that. Some will say that's because Shea is a foul merchant.
He is a merchant.
But then we grew up in an era where Mike was getting to the line 10 times a night too.
Damn right.
And Shea is pretty much taking that same formula.
Well, you also got to think the difference between OKC and Boston. OKC, Shea is going at his own pace. He reminds me of, like, if Jokic was a shooting guard, he'd be Shea.
Yeah.
You're not speeding them up. They're going to get to their spot. Either you're going to fall for this shot they can foul me, or I'm going to shoot over you and I'm going to make it.
And something else I noticed with the Thunder when I was looking at their numbers, just, through this playoff run versus what they're doing in the regular season, their pace hasn't dropped. They're still playing in the hundreds pace-wise. So they're getting their possessions. And they're turning, like you said, MJ, they can beat you on either side. They can beat you defensively. They can put up 160 on you. It just goes however you want to get it. But when you come to that point in the year, like we were talking about just in general, when me and John spoke about this as well, when you get to this stretch of the year and the possessions go down, the number of possessions go down, the pace slows down, everything is much more detailed, and they're the one team that's really just staying the course. And even Boston staying the course, they're just not having the success, as we spoke about. It's like
2 games of shooting 20% from the three-point line, missing 75 threes in 2 games is going to cause you loss. The thing that's a miracle is they've only lost 2 games by a combined 4 points.
That's the thing. It's like we get a make or miss either way, and they're up 2-0. It's that tight.
Shoot 22% and you for the series, and you might have 2 dubs.
You're up 2-0 going into Madison Square Garden, where tomorrow that game, if you can get an MSG tomorrow for $705.
No, those are the terrible high. That's the bleeds.
Yeah, that's the nosebleed. In MSG.
Yeah, that's tough.
The 705.
And the thing about it is, with New York, the beautiful thing about New York is New York can pay for all of the transgressions that Boston gets away with because Boston switches everything. New York has 2 guys that'll be like, "Oh, you gonna switch this matchup? I will take it." And New York, because they have a coach that is defense first, defense second, and defense third.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow you to shoot those shots, and they're not going to allow you to get those rebounds. So now you have to play at their pace. But the difference is with Boston has not yet shown they have a guy that can generate easy paint points without dribble penetration.
Yeah.
That's the real problem. So everything Boston do takes energy. Whereas, even though New York are the Iron Man and Tibbs usually have like a 6-man rotation, they're resting on offense because they pick one dude to pick on, and everybody else just relax. And that's the civil war we're talking about.
Yeah.
You got pace and space and analytics versus IQ, toughness, and execution. Which one gonna work?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah,
and we're gonna be talking about it.
I still think it's going 7 games. Like with all of everything we just said about Boston and New York, let's not get it twisted. If Boston makes 3 more threes combined, they're up 2-0.
And if they win tomorrow, they still have a chance.
Yeah.
If they lose, nobody's coming back from 0-3.
No,
Nobody's ever.
It's
Never. Now, I got to tell you, though, I would love to talk to you all day long. We're going to do it again next Friday. Make sure that you give Myron a follow on the Twitter. That is at Ball U Academy. That's simple. At Ball U Academy. And U is just you, not the Y-O-U, dude. It's B-A-L-L, the letter U Academy.
One of the great training academies in America right now, really, just in basketball, period.
And one of the great people on the radio. Myron, thank you so much for your time. You be blessed. We're going to do it again next week, and I still owe you a lot of Tito's. I can't wait for you to get to Memphis.
Hey, I'm going to counter the Tito's you owe me with a Dragon's Milk beer.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down. That's my man, Myron Jenkins. We're going to take a quick timeout. You know we got T-Money. We got Uncle Brasky. We talking bets and probably a little bit of foolishness. Do y'all think Jordan Hudson is now going to get really mad because UNC won't let her be on campus and be like a guy who'd be like, oh, you're going to tell me I can't, and then sneak into the dorm room, and next thing you know, she's having a baby with the starting quarterback? Could it happen? It could.
It's crazy you brought up Jordan. So the big question about Jordan is the new Pope a Jordan fan? That's the real question, John.
Like, you mean Michael Jordan?
Yeah. The Pope is from Chicago.
Chicago.
First
got
ever.
it, dude. Yeah, dude. By
He's
the way,
also
Vatican.
a Villanova alum.
Oh, bro, so he cussing like Danny Hurley up in the Vatican?
And I heard Dave and Eli talking, and he is not a Cubs fan.
No, he's a UConn fan. Did you say Villanova?
Yeah, Villanova.
Oh, Nova. Damn.
You think Bransky and T-Money know about the Pope?
I'm quite sure. Especially T-Money. I know he know. You know what? I will bet they both know.
I bet you Brasky don't.
I bet he got something funny for it, though.
I bet you he don't know. I bet you he don't know. By the way, honestly, though, the names, what I was so astonished by, did you know, this is so embarrassing, because I said this yesterday. I go, bro, why is every single pope's name like John or Francis? Like, who would name Francis? Like, at least this pope, like, his name's Leo. It's kind of cool. It's kind of old. And then I found out that's not their real
Not
names,
their real
bro.
names. Nope.
Like, they name themselves.
He's the 14th Leo.
The 14th Leo. They got a bunch of John, Pauls, and Johns and stuff. By the way, John leads the clubhouse for the popes, as the most popes were called John.
What you want him to be called, Fred?
I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know.
Sam?
John De Niro the Fourth.
I like it.
I like it. Johnny De Niro the Fourth.
That's right.
Y'all take a time out. Y'all chill. Maybe hit up Los Cabos, get you a shot of premium tequila for $5.50, or get you your grub on, because it's from 10 to 3, $7 to $11. And don't forget the happiest hours at Los Cabos at Summer and Graham are from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock. T-Money, Uncle Brasky, next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey there, I'm Jack. And I'm Stag. We're just two deer that want to make sure you know it's deer season at your authorized John Deere dealer. The deer season that saves bucks. You know, like us.
Yeah, you can get $3,000 off select John Deere machines. No early wake-up calls or tree stands required.
Just a trip to your authorized dealer before June 2nd.
If you ask us, it's the only deer season worth celebrating.
Visit johndeere.com/deer season to find an authorized dealer and for complete finance details.
The NBA 82-game grind is done, and now the real fun begins. The NBA playoffs are here and fantastic. It's all high-stakes drama, clutch moments. If you're looking to make playoffs even more exciting, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. It's the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. The code is always heard, HERD, $200 in bonus bets. All you have to do is bet 5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Pools, and more pools. Yes, it is pool time at Family Leisure. Family Leisure is already booking pool installs, so you need to buy now and get on that list. 24-foot pools start at $19.99 install. Liners are starting at $2.99. You're going to need some pool accessories, so they're all up to 20% off. Not quite ready for a pool? That's fine. Get a 5 or 6 person hot tub starting at under $7,000. You can also go for a swim spa or perhaps a cold plunge tub. Those are now $2,000 off. Get patio furniture up to 50% off on select sets. Buy your pool now. Get on that install list. Mention this commercial, and your install is free. It's underlined in the in bold print, so you know it's big. It's pool time at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
invites you to the retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake. Also stores in Cleveland, Mississippi and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director of Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 912715199.
Happy Mother's Day from Goulds. Give the gift of relaxation. Give the gift of style. Give the gift of Goulds this Mother's Day with a Goulds gift card. Now through May 11th, purchase a $150 gift card in-store and receive a travel kit valued at $47 while supplies last. Goulds is always the right size and fit for professional salon services, spa services, and the best selection of exclusive hair and skincare products in Memphis. Pick up a gift card for mom at any Goulds location. Goulds Salon Spa, turning heads since 1932.
Wally Hatchet serves breakfast all day and Southern comfort food for lunch. Hatchet fans love our huge omelets, breakfast Sammys, scrambles, and chicken and waffles. For lunch, check out the Mississippi pot roast, chicken fried steak, grilled meatloaf, or one of our best-selling burgers, lipstick on a cow. Pickup, delivery, and catering are also available. Visit WallyHatchets.com to order online. Wally Hatchets is located at 6439 Summer Avenue and open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Wally Hatchets. Count your blessings, not your calories.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 904-611-01. That's 904-611-01. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses, any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone, call 904-611-01. It's 904-611-01. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 904-611-01. Bill and I buy houses.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not point the finger saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. We got Team Money. We got Uncle Brasky. We got to talk about Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson. We got to gamble. We also got to tell everybody out there, I don't know, this might be a PSA or this might be stuff that everybody else in the world knows. So I had to go get a prescription the other day at, for some reason, Walmart was the only one that had my alprazolam. I'm like, what do you mean? Walgreens? We don't have none. I'm like, man, I got to call my doc, bro. Yo, you got called into the store. Walmart had them. Went out there, don't go to Walmart because, one, I have anxiety. Now, I don't have anxiety. I get anxiety in Walmart because it's so damn big. You got 3 things to get. And you're like, I don't even know where to begin. It's just too damn big. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me,
you gotta go before 8, before the sensory.
But I'm not also like a shopper. Like, I don't do like that shopping thing. So I come in there like, I got a list. I need pick up my prescription, get this, and this.
Get out.
I go get this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
I pay. Bro, better keep your receipt. Because I did not know.
That little lady don't play at the door.
Nope. I buy my stuff. I pay. I always grab my receipt. I just crumple that junk up. And I ain't gonna lie, I probably shouldn't. I drop it or I throw it behind the trash can. I mean, I try to put it in the trash bin there. But I don't keep it. You know what I mean? I just paid for it. And then you got to walk like a mile to leave your place. It's not a mile, but damn, it's a quarter mile. And you try to leave, and then there's this sweet little old lady who looks really sweet at first. And she smiles at you, and you think she's just saying hi and goodbye.
She got that pepper spray behind her.
And I'm like, and I look at her with a glowing smile, and I was like, have a good day, ma'am. And she's like, you too. Hey, honey, come here.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, what you like? Oh man, dude, I look good today. She probably hitting
Thought
on
you
me.
were fly,
She's blue.
huh?
Yeah. Oh man, I
Little
probably need
gilf
to button this
action.
top button, man. Don't be showing her that. You know what I mean? And I go, she's like, can I see your receipt? And I go, what? She goes, your receipt. I go, my receipt. Like I looked at her crazy. I was like, my receipt. So what do you mean? She's like, I need to look at your receipt. I said, why? She goes, well, you can't go out the door if you don't give me your receipt. I said, what kind of strong arm ish is this? I was like, I just paid for my stuff. Who you think bagged this? It wasn't me. I don't go for that self-checkout BS. I stand my ground. Like, you ain't going to slack me a service. And then she's like, no, I'm serious. I was like, oh, dog. I was like, I went, that person right there. Man, I had to leave my stuff there, go back. Then the person had people who was looking at me crazy and have him somehow print me another street. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That took about a whole 25
15
minutes.
minutes.
You'd have just went to Dr. Champion. You wouldn't have had that
15
problems.
minutes. What's Dr. Champion?
You don't know Dr. Champion?
Mm-mm.
We got to get you on Dr. Champion.
Yeah, get him on Dr. Champion.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
That's his name's Dr. Champion now?
Yeah, he's passed.
He
His
passed.
family runs the pharmacy.
Yeah,
now.
he passed
It's
about
a
maybe
local
a year
Memphis
ago.
pharmacy.
Yeah.
While you're going to big
Oh,
box
on
pharmacy.
Elvis Presley?
Uh-huh.
Does it got the one that does its own compounding and makes the crunchy tussin?
There you go.
So they do make crunchy tussin
They
still?
make a lot in-house.
Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like Jamarcus Russell when it comes to that crunchy tussin, son. I be sipping on the scissor up. Lord have mercy. Yo, I'm gonna be calling. Yo, JR, you ready to do this? Hey, by the way, I'm JR too.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. Jamarcus Russell on Johnny Radio. 2 JRs just sipping on that scissor up. That's a great song too, by the way. T Money, how life's treating you.
Johnny.
Have you ever scissor upped?
No, I've never done that. I don't do things like that, Johnny.
I don't either. Because they don't
okay.
give it to you anymore until I just found out where it was. It's been years.
I don't really do well with those type of drugs, Johnny. I don't even really. I take an ibuprofen from time to time. That's about it, and an allergy pill. That's it, Johnny.
So LSD, DMT, marijuana, mushrooms is not where you want to be?
Well, for most of that.
Oh, he likes the lettuce, it sounds like. I feel like I got a lettuce head. Now, T-Money.
Yes, sir, Johnny. How you been, brother?
You need to do me a favor. When's this golf tournament thing? Because I got to start
got it
pre-planning.
tomorrow. I'm out here right now at the Link Galloway, just getting things set up, getting all the beer together, and we got Rena Man out here, and Big Chief and Slender, and Big Cleve came and brought the dually so we could get everything here in one go. So we're just out here hanging out. We're going to play a little golf here in a little bit, and then we got the big banquet open tomorrow. 18 holes we tee at 1 o'clock. It's for the Ronald McDonald House. So if you want to come out and just donate, we got Kevin and Bethany Page is entertainment.
Oh,
We've
my
got
God. I
Clancy
can't wait to see
Catfish.
them.
They are good. I saw them on Cinco
Dude,
de Mayo.
I worked with
They
them.
are good.
They played at Alfred's 5 years, every Friday and Saturday night. I bartended at Alfred's for Friday and Saturday night.
Correct.
Everybody wanted Kevin.
Shout out
but
to
they
Bethany.
all left with me.
Shout out to Bethany, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We had them last night. We had the Champions Dinner. You know, this is a week-long event, the Banquet Open. This is the 43rd annual Banquet Open. It's run consecutive years, except for the 2 years that COVID got us. But this has run 43 years. It was started in 1983 by Bill Ryan. He started it, Big Splendor.
What?
And it's been running ever since. He ran it for a long time. Now, it originally was just kind of you had the beer bong off the first hole and all that. And they said, Billie Holiday done ran down there at Pine Thrills. They got the
at Pine
Plowman
Hills?
they got kicked off of every
Hey, hold on,
They
wait.
wouldn't have them back for most years. And they
I'm
were
the one
running
that
golf
wrecked the
carts down
golf
the hill.
cart. Yeah, I went down a cart, lost control, hit a thing, and flew through like 4 of us out of it, and we completely broke the golf cart. I'm so sorry about that, but y'all were giving
Where
Gator
at
shots.
Pine Thrill? You did that at Pine Thrill?
Yep, I sure did. That was back in like 2003 or something.
Okay, that's before they redid everything out there.
Oh yeah, that was so freaking bad.
Oh, it's
though.
a gorgeous man. They got the nicest clubhouse in West Tennessee. I'll assure you.
Man, ain't nobody know more about public links or crappie fish than T Money. I lost Brasky.
That's right, baby.
Uh-oh. Is Brasky here or gone?
No, he's gone. He got called back.
Oh, damn.
Just you and Money.
I think
and
he
the
just
Pope.
got mad because I had him sitting on the damn hold for so long, probably. Sorry, Brasky.
Hey, he's drunk. Don't worry about it. We're fine.
God, I feel so bad. Tell him I'm sorry.
We're fine. Hey, we even had, last night, like I was going to say, we had the Champions Dinner. We had Kevin and Bethany out there at kind of a little house party, and that was real fun, too. So we had them kind of for a private show for the VIPs and all the former champions. We get together and do a little Champions Dinner. And T-Money is a former champion of the Banquet Open. Me and Steve Pratt, we won it back in 2010. That was a long time ago. That's when I was playing golf a lot, Johnny. But it's a fun tournament. It all goes to Ronald McDonald House. Right now, we've got Family Leisure gave us some furniture. We're going to raffle that off tomorrow. We've got,
Family Leisure dropped you some furniture, bro?
They dropped us some furniture.
That's
Shout
awesome.
out Family Leisure. Shout out, we love Tito's Vodka, but I got to give a shout out to old Dominic. They gave us some vodka for the tournament.
Well, you know
folks
what?
can have drinks at
I was
dinner.
supposed to get you some vodka from Tito's, and I don't know if you know this. I have good intentions, but if you don't stay on me, I know. I'm like
I said, Johnny,
a squirrel.
Like I said, we just got you down for what you gave last year.
Oh, by the way, yeah. So, do you remember when he did this to me, Jay? He's like, "Yo, Johnny, yo, man, do me a favor. Can you give us what you gave us last year at the Banquet Open?" And I go, "Oh, damn, what did I give you?" He goes, "Nothing." I was like,
Match that.
"Damn, dude."
Match that again.
Man, you actually said, yeah. You were like, yeah, I got you, man. What you need? I said, we go, what I get you last year?
Yeah, I was like, what I get you?
Last year?
Yeah.
Nothing. But we got you down for nothing again this year. Now.
Well, I'm going to be there this year because I'm not doing any hard drinking or fungus tonight. I'll be very well
cool.
behaved.
Well, come on out, and you can do the MC. You can you can do the raffle.
I'm in. Brasky's back, bro. Did you just go fix a cocktail?
No, you hung up on me.
Oh.
I think you got nervous.
I believe. I do believe. Brasky, I got a question, man.
What is it?
Are you going to be at the Open?
No. Big Slender wouldn't let me go. I've got to be painting our condo.
Oh, Lord.
He said I couldn't come because the painting wasn't done.
Wait a second. You and Slender have a condo together?
In Oxford, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, like, y'all are now, like, on my list, bro. Like, why haven't I been to this condo?
We're just getting it fixed up. We just bought it about 3-4 months ago, and we're
Y'all
getting it
bring
all
the
fixed
booze,
up and
I'll
ready
bring
to
the
go.
girls.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, we got a swimming pool out there and everything.
Oh, deal. Man, I love it when we can make a deal right here on the air. It's easy.
It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Damn. There's a lot that can go on.
Man,
Sounds
I'm
like we
telling you, you're not a mile from campus and a mile from the square.
Well, it looks like now he's going to walk 2 miles every day.
There you go.
One way to the campus and square, and then on the way back home the next day, because you know Brasky be walking. I got to ask. Go ahead.
I gotta ask Bone. T-Money, did our boy Herm come?
Yeah, he got here. Herm got here. He came to the show last night.
They let him off the res?
Yeah, this is Herm from Oklahoma.
Yeah, the reservation, bro. They're in Oklahoma.
Yeah. But I want you to Brasky, I want you to know something. He's been on his best behavior, I got to say.
Like my kind of
Does
best
he have
behavior?
a driver's license and have
Well, I
lights
don't
working on his car?
Well, we don't need to get into all that, but he has been on his best behavior. I think he got his license back, so I think he's legit now. But I want to stick up for Herm publicly on the radio because I told him last night that I'm no longer going to stand for this slander that you give him, Herm.
Well, okay. It's not really slander.
Yeah, because I've seen his mugshot. So, like, when you're telling facts over, it's called facts over feelings.
Well, he's on the new leaf. He's on the new leaf program. His junior fortune hunter says.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
What is it?
I'm glad. Have y'all got plenty of food for Big Chief to take home after this thing?
Yeah, we got it. We should have enough. We've got early. We've got Fox Ridge Pizza, and we got world famous wings from Paul Gagliano. He's going to be out here doing wings, get things started, and then we've got Clancy's Catfish later. But yeah, if there's leftover tartar sauce and them little ramekins, them individual ramekins, Big Chief's taking them home. I promise you.
Oh, I guarantee you, he's taking that home, and there's not going to be a Bush beer there.
How did
it's premium day?
Honestly, is Big Chief? Is he like Tyrese Halliburton or something? Y'all don't even know who Tyrese Halliburton is a basketball player for the Indiana Pacers, and he's called the human tripod, if you can figure it out.
Oh, really?
The human tripod.
He's a great descendant from the Ron Jeremy.
Okay.
When he was growing up, his nickname was Dirk Diggler. We don't say John Holmes anymore because I think he killed somebody.
Well, Big Chief's hair looks like Ron Jeremy's. It's real thin.
It is. Stan Van
it's
Jeremy.
Real thin. He's doing the comb over. You just whack that thing down with some of that, what is that Dapper Dan?
Dude, Brasky's so funny. So Brasky, do you know that every single year Brasky sends in to Vidal Sassoon a headshot of him and his hair because he loves him some hair.
That's all. That's the only thing the good Lord gave me. No sense, but hair.
Andrew
Uncle
Tall.
Brasky, I know how many hair dryers you gonna have at that condo? I know that's the first thing you're moving in.
That is correct. I've got a hair dryer at Big Slender's house.
No
I've got
furniture and a hair dryer.
You got to have a hair dryer, baby. You have got to have a hair dryer. That's one of the most important things in America.
I feel like Brasky's probably like oh, never mind. I can't say this. That would be too bad. Anyway, switching gears. I got a question, boys. We got to raise money for Ronald McDonald House. Do I have any bets? 50% of my winnings today are going to the Ronald McDonald House. But the Ronald McDonald House has agreed to cover 100% of my losses if I lose.
Shut up to them.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So what we got today, boys?
All right, Johnny. I like this little basketball we got been going on. It's been a really
The little
good
basketball,
playoff.
the NBA playoffs? Yeah, I mean, I like little basketball, too.
It's fun to watch these teams, come back from behind and all that, which has been fun. But, just remember things, Johnny. You remember, I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine, okay? And with that being said, I love the Cavs to get back on track tonight, -5.5. I love them to get back on track. I know they're on the road in Indiana, but I think they get back on track tonight. Donovan Mitchell's the real deal. I like him. And I just feel like they just let it slip away. I know the Pacers are kind of scrapping, but I like the Cavs tonight to get back on track and get this thing 2-1.
Dude. What is the money line? I can't believe I don't know off the top of my head. I can't remember what it was. I know Boston's a 5. Oh, no, not Boston. I think it's Saturdays. I mean, I know that Cleveland's a favorite, but I can't remember what the point spread is. Is it 5.5 or am I smoking?
5.5 Cleveland.
5.5, yep.
Are you laying the points or going money line?
I'm laying the point, 5.5. I mean, I guess you go. I mean, I don't want the money line on it. I'm taking Cleveland.
It's kind of like this. It's one of T-Money's things in life. Never go, always make sure you go home with a 6. They got to win by 6 or more. It's a T-Money bet.
I love it. I like and my second bet. I like the Nuggets to cover tonight over the Thunder. They're at home. I mean, they got just boat raced in the last game and whatnot. I mean, they stole one and then got boat raced. So I kind of like the Nuggets tonight to cover. I don't know if they win. It may be a close game. It may be a blowout again. I don't know. But I do like the points tonight, and that's 5.5, too. I just like catching this time in the Nugget. I think Jokic gets back on track. And, that was an embarrassing loss in game 2. I mean, I felt bad for them. It was like, I'm looking up at the TV. It's like 134 to like 80. I'm going, what? They're just getting boat raced in an NBA playoff game like that. But I like the Nuggets plus the 5.5 tonight, Johnny. All tonight bets. I got nothing for the weekend. We're going to get that bankroll fat, and then we may look at some things this weekend.
I have a feeling that my good friend Uncle Brasky probably has an Ole Miss baseball game on his card. What you got coming, Brasky?
Well, let me tell you, we won 4 weeks in a row, hadn't it?
Yes, we have.
Why would we
Hunter
do
Elliott
anything
under.
different? We're going under 11, and that game has been moved up to 4 o'clock today, Johnny.
Oh, damn, thank you.
They're playing a doubleheader in
great.
Starkville.
I got to switch so much stuff now. Damn it.
Well, now you just need to go on and get on it. We're going to take the under 11.5 runs, and that's going to be our dime bag play of the week. And in the nickel play, we are going to take Arkansas again. They're playing LSU this weekend. Arkansas plus 115.
Dang.
Arkansas, they're a machine. That's probably the best baseball team in the country.
They are playing really well, but the only problem with Arkansas is they get ranked number 1 on a reg and then go out there and lose in the regionals with a quickness.
Well, they're not ranked number 1 right now. LSU's 3, Arkansas is ranked 6 or 7.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, remember, how many years, what was it, 2 years in a row they were the number 1 seed coming out and then, the first team to get out?
Oh, I know it.
Painful.
But they're playing good baseball right now.
Call the Hogs, let's go. What else you got?
That's it, Johnny. I'm
just
not
a
betting
nickel
any
and a
horses.
dime.
Just a nickel and a dime bag play, and I would ride Arkansas all weekend long.
Never ever thought about doing that with a pig.
Well, that's okay. They took Texas to the woodshed last week.
Yeah, they did.
And they handled Texas easy.
Does Ole Miss, do you think they have a chance? Do they have to win this series against Mississippi State and then absolutely smoke next weekend to host a regional?
To host a regional, absolutely. Because I think we're all the way down to 23 now?
I was looking I thought they were still at 18. I might be wrong.
I think it's 23, but I don't think we swept the team all year in SEC play.
Well,
I do not think we have.
It's a good time to start this weekend against State.
It is a good time. State's a team that's kind of down right now.
Well, they've been playing good since they fired their coach. They've been playing better.
Right. And I think I think next week we've got Auburn and Oxford. So
there's that.
We probably need to win out, and to be hosting a regional.
Well, T-Money, Uncle Brasky. Hey, do me a favor, Brasky. Be easy down in Oxford. Make sure I get to that condo. We'll have a lot of fun.
We're going to have, when we get this thing done, Johnny, here the next couple weeks, we're going to have a kickoff party.
I'm in. I'm in.
That way,
I'm in. Money's in.
That's right. And bring everybody with you. There's nothing better than to start out with the neighbors hating you.
Oh, I agree 100%. We got to become the Hatfields and McCoys as quickly as possible. Gentlemen, y'all have fun this weekend. I'll see you, Money, tomorrow at the Banquet Open.
All right. I'll look forward to it, Johnny. Remember, broke man's a dangerous man, Johnny.
Brasky, be easy.
Take care, brother.
Those are my two buddies. Jay Ham, thank you so much for your time.
Always, my guy.
Where they find you?
YouTube.com/94 feet of life. I don't know what we got coming up, but just stay tuned with us.
Stay tuned. Darian Newsom, don't work too hard this week.
Man, you know I ain't. I'll be back in here with you Monday.
Man, I appreciate everybody for helping me out. Mo, MJ, to all y'all, get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.